Hey everyone, my name is Cameron Tracy, and I'm here with my girlfriend Ariana.
Hi.
And today we are going to be speaking on the LGBTQ plus community and the separation of the church and state. First, what we're going to be speaking on is what is the separation of the church and state. So I just kind of wanted to see what your opinions were and what you think it is.
I think it is that the church is not involved in laws or like religion.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like someone's like political like policies can't be solely based on their religion alone.
Yeah,
Effect.
yeah, no, and definitely, I feel like some people recognize it as that, and then there's a lot of different interpretations that I've seen or that I've heard, honestly, um, about like what it really is, which is really interesting, honestly, in my opinion. But anyway, so something that I researched, and this kind of wasn't really a surprise to me, but I read this Time magazine, and it was published by two guys named James Langford and Russell Moore.
Uh-huh.
Of course, these two people affiliate with the Christianity belief and whatnot. So, what I kind of read in this report didn't really surprise me on what they thought and what their views of what the separation of church was.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so they basically said that it means that the government cannot interfere with your religious beliefs. So basically, just speaking of religious freedom.
But that doesn't make any sense.
I know
So
that's
they're
what I was
basically
saying.
saying, is that the right definition? Because like they're basically saying their that their religion is able to be implemented in laws, but you gotta think like laws is for everyone in the country, and since we
Yeah.
also have freedom of religion, like yeah, who cares like whose religion too, and like we should respect that, but you shouldn't implement just like solely one religion based. Is that what they're trying to say?
I mean,
What?
I think honestly, what they're trying to say is that the amendment where it's like freedom of religion,
Uh
they're
huh.
basically saying that the separation of the church and state is just reinstating that amendment being like freedom of
Well,
religion. But that has its own amendment, so I don't understand why they said it that way. I don't know. Here's something else I read. So that's something that they said, and keep in mind that they affiliate with the Christianity belief,
okay.
So it's sort of makes sense, in the end. But I researched also the actual definition. I kind of went more in depth in it, and what is the separation of the church and state? It basically means that the government, um, actually, it is even stated in the first amendment in the Establishment Clause that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So, in my opinion, what that means is basically religious, or yeah, religion should not be mixed with politics. And what the people in the Time magazine were taking from was the last part where it said, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So they were basically ignoring that whole first part, saying that religion can't be in politics, and just going straight towards you know, freedom of
So
religion. That
basically,
makes
the
sense.
separation of church and state is that the government can't make laws against certain religions.
No, no, no. Basically, it means that they can make no laws respecting an establishment religion, so they can't have religious beliefs affect political decisions.
Okay.
So it's what everyone originally thought, and what I initially wasn't, what I thought.
Uh-huh.
But it was interesting seeing that different views and how people that affiliate under Christianity in this case belief thought that you know basically that the it just meant freedom of religion.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they just repeated a
yeah, it was just really interesting. So
amendment.
basically, the answer to what exactly is separation of the church and state is that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, um, and basically also saying that religion can't be involved in politics.
Okay.
So moving on from that, now that we kind of got a general idea of what that is. Um, what I want to reference is some points that I looked up about facts about like religion and government in the US. So, specifically, right now, it's interesting because although we're not supposed to have like,
Religion implemented in law.
yeah, basically, there's a lot of like links to
That like
Christian beliefs that are very similar to laws that are in place
yeah,
in the US.
like abortion laws and then like
Yeah,
LGBTQ
exactly.
yeah.
And like up until like recently, like same-sex marriage and so on. And it's like interesting
I
because
still can't believe like same-sex marriage just got legalized.
I know. I
Like,
just
how many years ago?
it's just
It was in like 2014, right? Or
2015.
2015?
Yeah. And
wow, 6 years.
it's just crazy. Like I don't really understand. It just baffles me how a lot of people just like
I mean, if you
with
want
that.
to like say that like the separation of church and state basically does not exist, I feel like that's a good
Yeah.
thing to say. Be like, oh, then why has like marriage between like the same sex have been illegal?
Yeah. And
up
I
until
don't
now?
want to like be like, oh, religion has a huge, impact on political decisions because, there could be an argument saying like there isn't. But there is just, like I said, just many links to Christian beliefs
Uh-huh.
and laws, like I said, in the US and like what we mentioned. And it was just like really interesting. And then to go off of that, I found it crazy, in my opinion, how Congress has been like predominantly Christian, like
Uh-huh.
what people that make up the Congress, and it's crazy.
So
It's
there's like
88%.
there's like no diversity in religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs.
No, don't you see like that's kind of suspicious, like how
I mean, well, you gotta think like the mainstream like religion is basically like Christianity.
that's
I mean,
very
you
true.
gotta think about colonization.
Yeah, no, you're
I
so
mean,
right.
what are you? Like, what do you believe?
I was see that's where it gets a little fuzzy because I was raised Baptist for majority of my life,
Mm-hmm.
and up until recently, honestly, I've kind of shied away from Christianity in a way, and so I definitely see myself as more like spiritual, but
So you like definitely seen like that side of being like religious and then
oh yeah, oh
having
definitely,
opinions on laws like with your family, right?
oh yeah, and like I know that in a part like if your family, you have you've seen that side because I feel like
So you do believe that because you gotta think like we vote these people in to where they're
that's
in.
true, yeah.
So do you think a lot of people, since the majority of like Americans are Christian, do you think because they're Christian, they're most likely to vote for a person because they express their religious beliefs, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
why there's so many like there's predominantly Christian in Congress or like in the House of and Senate.
yeah, that's very true
Uh huh.
because they have the majority
Uh
of
huh.
the
So it's
U.S.
like a
is
huge
that.
factor. You got to think like a lot of political figures use religion as a way to get people to back them
That is
when they
so
vote.
true. And like in turn, we can see like that being implemented in laws because
Uh huh.
they seem to
Well,
get
you
that
gotta
vote,
think because they want to vote people in to make laws that they want to be made.
Yeah, that's so true.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, honestly, just like thinking about all this, it's just kind of
Yeah.
like there really is no separation of church and state. Okay,
Even though
get
they're
this.
supposed to.
I know. Okay, get this. So there's a survey done by the Pew like Research Center, and it asks if the Bible should have a great deal of influence on U.S. laws, some influence, or not much at all. And honestly, like I said, I kind of was surprised from the response, but it basically said that half the people surveyed responded with the Bible should have a great deal or some influence on U.S. laws.
But why?
I guess like from
Not
what we were
everyone
saying.
believes in the Bible.
Exactly.
So why does it have to define like the whole country?
I know, and
It's
crazy.
doesn't that take away from freedom of religion?
I know, because you're basically, in a way, like not forcing, but bringing your religious beliefs, like enforcing them sort of onto people, because those people that are electing officials that, believe in, let's just say, Christianity, they will be implementing laws that are based on those beliefs.
Yeah.
Basically making those that don't even believe in Christianity, like, follow, I guess, laws that are, like, literally just based out of the Bible. Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just, like, it kind of just, like, baffles me in a way.
Yeah, same. That's crazy. Talking about this kind of reminds me of this video I saw like kind of forever ago, but now it's like all over TikTok. It's from this like CNN newscast person called Jake Tapper, and it's about this. He's talking to this guy. I don't know his name honestly. I don't know his pretty, but like, and he's basically saying that this person can't be an elected official because she's Muslim, because you have to like swear on the Bible to like
You're joking.
be implemented. Yeah. Have you ever seen that video?
I don't think I have. Do you have it right now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you think you can pull it up?
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll send you the
Right.
link.
And then send me the link after, and I will also provide this link in the description afterwards, just so like if you guys can't hear, because we're just about to play it over here.
Yeah.
You can like listen to it after.
Anyways, I'm gonna play it. And it's like
Judge Moore has also said that he doesn't think a Muslim member of Congress should be allowed to be in Congress. Why? Under what provision?
Because you have to swear on the Bible. When you are before, I had to do it. I'm an elected official, 3 terms. I had to swear on a Bible. You have to swear on a Bible to be an elected official in the United States of America. He alleges that a Muslim cannot do that ethically, swearing on the Bible.
You don't actually have to swear on a Christian Bible. You can swear on anything, really. I don't know if you knew that. You can swear on a Jewish Bible.
Oh, no. I swore on the Bible. I've done it 3 times.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've picked a Bible, but the law is not that you have to swear on a Christian Bible. That is not the law.
oh my gosh.
You don't know that? All right, Ted Crockett.
I don't know. I know that Donald Trump did it when we made him president.
Because he's Christian and he picked it. That's what he wanted to. That's what he wanted to swear in on. Ted Crockett with the More campaign. Good luck tonight. Thank you so much for being here. My panel will react when we
Merry
get back.
Christmas, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my god.
If only like you can like enter this video, but his face
He-
when it acted like it was like new knowledge. Like in his brain, that his whole like world just shattered.
Literally. Oh my gosh, that was too good. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Before we get a little too much off track,
Yeah,
let's just
sorry.
like reel it back in. No. Let's just reel it back in. So you know how earlier I mentioned sort of like laws set in place as of now that are not really, basically like very discriminatory towards like the LGBTQ plus community and whatnot. So one specific one that I want to really just kind of like bring to light is the Title VII law. So basically, have you heard of this law before?
No.
So basically, it states that like it basically protects employees and job applicants from employment discrimination based on the race,
I
color,
know what you're
religion,
talking
sex,
about.
and national origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have to fill that out and I have to say I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
So I don't get discriminated again.
So basically, even though it like mentions basically everything, like not everything obviously, but it mentions race, like it mentions like color, religion, sex, but only sex with like man and woman. That's the only one that they really identify. And like national origin. They do not say anything about sexual orientation or gender identity.
Wait, really?
So
I thought
yes.
that was in it. Like they can't just like.
It's
Are
it's
you
not.
sure?
Yes,
I need to look
because
this up.
No,
Since I
go
think
for
you're
it,
lying to
because
me.
only 22 states have protected laws against discrimination against like the LGBTQ plus community in the workplace. So it's crazy because you'd think, but it's actually
I'm so dumb.
no, yeah.
You're right, because I thought I just automatically like put in your sexuality.
I know because
Automatically within your
you'd
sexuality.
think that Title VII would protect against sexual orientation.
Yeah, like they protect over race,
In
color.
gen-
I
like-
think it's funny how they say color.
I know, I don't really, but
That's a different topic.
yeah, that's for another day. But yeah, they literally mention, cover most of the bases, but
So basically, you're saying that if I go into a job and I say that, oh, I'm actually bisexual, they could like possibly like turn me down because of my sexuality.
depending on the state you're in, because right now it says that only 22 states actually have laws protecting people like that. I do have the states actually.
Are we in one of those states?
I hope so. I'm not gonna lie. So basically, these states.
Okay, it looks like we are.
Yes.
Colorado.
A quick
is one of them?
a quick list if you want. It's like California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware. I could go on. But yes, Colorado is part of
the
one of
one
those.
shocking one is Florida.
I was just about to say that. Florida kind of shocks me.
But I mean, Miami and Orlando.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of these states you can already tell they're mostly swing left and whatnot. So, but anyways, so back to what you were saying, which basically you said basically that if you go to a job you can be discriminated against depending on the state, blah blah blah. So that's funny because there was something else that stated that this is because our that basically this is because this I guess what's the right word is why 46% of LGBTQ plus identifying people are closeted in the workspace. 46%.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to say if I if I knew
but like
the place I'm in.
That's true. I mean, especially like. I mean,
it sucks. Like, it really does. But, like...
Yeah, like, I'm not even sure, because I'm originally from, like, Texas.
Yeah.
You know
Texas
that.
is one of those states.
I don't think it was one of them. I actually had no clue. And I, was out and proud. Like, I was totally fine, but I had no idea. So...
Dang, Duncan couldn't fire me.
Yeah, no, literally, because there's so many people, like, they're in fear of being fired.
Yeah.
Because...
their
of
sexuality.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just like...
Or their gender identity, so...
Yeah, and like...
Identity.
Yeah, and okay, so with all of this being said, what are your thoughts now about, the LGBTQ plus community and the separation of the church and state?
I feel like, there's not really a separation
Yeah.
of the church and state. I mean, if you like kind of see how that's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like literally,
but it's not even like it's even like the saying the church and state. It's emphasizing that there's only like one church.
Oh, I didn't even see it from that point of view.
Well, that's how I like.
Yeah.
If you're like talking about it and like we were talking like more on Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
It just states like separation of the church and state. It's not like separation of churches or separation of a religion and state.
Oh.
To make it more broader, it just emphasizes that this one religion cannot be involved in politics.
Yeah.
And it just seems that like they only like view one religion in like laws and stuff. So, I mean.
Honestly,
it's not even that inclusive.
Yeah. Not even in like the literal saying.
Yeah.
To, I guess, ask one more time, do you think that the LGBTQ plus community is affected by these laws and no separation?
Well, yeah, I really do. I mean, kind of obvious, but
yeah.
I really do think hugely that's not doesn't sound right. They are like very much affected, especially with the rise of hate crimes within the transgender community,
Mm-hmm.
and how there has been a lack of protection when it comes to um, the LGBTQ plus community as a whole.
Oh yeah. I mean, like looking back to what we talked about earlier with me informing you about, what Title VII was actually about and how only 22 states have laws that are, actually protecting
Yeah.
communities.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely scary, especially with the Title VII law, because like me with my like little small pea brain, for some reason, I thought that whenever I would like apply for these jobs or like I would see this Title VII law like posted everywhere because they have to be posted everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. I automatically thought it involved sexuality or gender identity for some reason.
Yeah.
But I guess not. And it's kind of scary, especially with social media and how many people are really on it and how a lot of people are comfortable with exposing, not exposing, or like are comfortable with their sexuality online. It's kind of scary because what if like your boss or your coworkers find out and they don't have that open mindedness or that allyship towards the community, and they can use it against you, or they can find out and they can just like fire you on the spot. I think that's really scary.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing that I actually failed to mention, not only protection laws, but I still find it crazy, and I don't want to go on a little tangent, so I'll keep this short. I still find it crazy how the adoption laws are in the U.S.
Oh yeah, that's like a
Ugh.
huge thing that we can like go on and talk
Like,
about.
why can't we adopt? Like,
I don't know.
I
think that goes
Oh,
into
yeah.
the whole notion that like back then, whenever sexuality, well, not sex, like back then when sexuality was like founding, his sexuality has always been a thing, but
Mm-hmm.
when the laws against like same-sex marriages or same-sex couples and homophobia was huge, like I mean it's still huge, but like
Yeah.
back then how they would
Like, there were no laws at all.
yeah, like they no, but I was trying to say that they compare um like same-sex couples or like people who are attracted to the same gender as child predators or like pedophiles. Yeah, sorry, it took me so long to say that.
Oh no, you
But
were so good.
a lot of people believe that people
Are
who
attracted to it.
attracted to the same sex are child predators. So that maybe that's why it's really ingrained
Possibly.
into why it's really hard. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Since like the foster care systems are filled with kids who need homes and
Yeah.
no, they
literally.
won't allow abortion, but they won't change the laws in the foster care system, but they allow people to adopt. But
let's make a change in that.
yeah.
So, just to like put things in perspective, we take Christianity, and they are against, obviously same-sex marriage. They are against the adoption of having, anyone a part of the LGBTQ plus community, adopting just in general. They are against like just homosexuality. I mean, majority of them are against homosexuality as a whole. And then, so we take those little points, and we start looking at our laws. And up until 2015, same-sex marriage wasn't legal. We still have laws against adoption. And there's no protection over those in not only homosexual that identify as homosexuals, but that are also in the LGBTQ plus community. So do you see the link there?
Yeah.
That there are a lot of ties, that the beliefs of the Christian belief are literally the same like things that are happening in our laws, So that was just like another little recap to put things in perspective.
Wait, so is there a reason why you like only focused on Christian beliefs? Or like,
As
you only
a-
emphasized Christianity?
Well, as of
So
now,
I
that's
don't
what I feel like I'm most educated to speak on
Uh-huh.
at the moment. and I'm further educating myself on various amounts of religions, but since it's one that I personally have experience with, and that I kind of just want to talk about. Yeah, I was just really interested in that because it's just such a
since
popular.
You are like a lesbian.
Yeah, no.
Who came out in a
I
Christian
guess I should have
household.
definitely identified that. I identify as a lesbian. And up until
I just outed
2 years ago, I know. Up until 2 years ago, I also followed the Baptist Christian belief. So
you.
I
I
just
hope
felt.
your family doesn't find out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was rough. That was another story for another day. But so anyways, to answer your question, basically, short answer, I just feel like I have mostly, I was very interested in that subject because I had the most, knowledge and experience on that. So, anyways, furthermore, what's great is that in Colorado we actually have somebody in office that's, identifies as gay, which is pretty amazing because it's so hard for political office runners that identify as a part of the LGBTQ plus community to get
I'm so
into office.
educated on this, but isn't there like the first transgender public politic woman? I have to look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I
just came into office recently.
Yeah, I definitely think I heard. Definitely think I heard something about that. I need to relook that up, but I'm just really proud to hear that. Like,
we are
Colorado.
so uneducated on our own communities.
That's true. But anyways, so basically, I just wanted to kind of hear your thoughts and opinions on things, and I honestly really enjoyed talking to you about this. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, it definitely showed how educated I am on this.
That's okay.
Well, I love to learn new things. So.
Exactly. Education is key, right?
Thank you for letting me talk to you.
Yeah, of course. Well, and if you guys are still listening, thank you for sticking through with us till the end. It is much appreciated. So, anyways, I will be providing that link to that video if you guys want to see the CNN video from earlier in the comments after I end this, of course. And yeah. So
have a nice day, night.
Hope you guys have
morning.
a nice, have a nice everything.